Mariners have been on the trail trying to get Jack Wilson for months. They finally get him, and they get Ian Snell, and that basically the two guys involved, Cedeno and Clement, three minor league pitchers. What do you think?
I think that it's a really nice trade for the Mariners. They built this team around pitching. Jack Wilson, he was hitting .263 this year, but he's known for his defense, Dave. This guy can really pick it at shortstop. Consistently, he will make the routine play, and he will make some flashy plays, too. Ian Snell, very good stuff. Tremendous upside for this young man. Has to learn to command his breaking ball and his fastball a little bit, but his upside is really high.
Absolutely. And we don't know whether Snell is going to be with the ball club on this road trip or not. Probably, but I'm not sure they're done yet.
No, I don't know. I mean, listen, we have a couple more days left. Jack always going to listen to people and what they have to do, but I think the one thing that we've seen is he's going to make a deal that will make this club better. I think he's done a tremendous job this year. We know what he did in Milwaukee, what he came into spring training with, and now he's making some deals that are making this club better.
Two guys are still here. One that pitched last night was brilliant in Jared Washburn. 2 days to go. Roy Halladay, his trading deadline came and went yesterday. He's still a Toronto Blue Jay. And J.P. Ricciardi telling Joel Sherman of the New York Post that he'll probably be a Toronto Blue Jay through next year.
Well, I mean, but he still has to deal with it. Jared Washburn had to deal with it in his start last night, knowing about all the rumors. He hears everything. He's certainly aware of it. Halladay gets his turn today to go out and try to pitch with all these different rumors swirling around him. We'll see how he does.
Ryan Rowland-Smith got the start 5 days ago, and I thought was very, very impressive. I know he's impressive through 6 innings of play, but then along came the 7th. But I like the way he threw it.
I thought for his first start back, he was really good. 6 innings, as you mentioned, Dave, he was tremendous. Had a good breaking ball, a nice changeup at times. And then the 7th inning rolled around. He made a mistake to Hafner. In the end, ended up being a home run. As you see this swing, tomahawks a ball that was out over the plate. And then he left the changeup in the middle of the plate. Looked like it was down. Francisco ended up hitting it out. But I think overall, I thought that everybody had to be pleased with his outing.
Of course, the Mariners won it last night on Ichiro's base hit. Amazingly, 1,953 hits. It took Ichiro to have a game-winning hit, and this was it. Perfect. Just kind of lobbed into left center field for a base hit. Rob Johnson came in to score, and the Mariners had won it. So that means today is the rubber game of the 3-game series on this hot summer afternoon. Good to have you with us. Back with the game right after this. That's our cameraman out there, J.R. Dexter, and he's in the sun. Of course, it's in the sun. It's going to show that, but we do know it is hot out there. It is going to be hot this afternoon. Interesting to see what effect that has, particularly on the pitchers, and particularly on Roy Halladay. Halladay, great condition, as is Ryan Rowland-Smith. I think it would be happy if they could get 6 or 7 innings out of Ryan Rowland-Smith. Halladay, of course, is a guy that led the league last year in complete games with 9. So the Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays in the rubber game of this 3-game series. And let's look at the lineups. Mike?
Thank you, Dave. For the Seattle Mariners this afternoon will be Ichiro Gutierrez, Lopez back in the lineup hitting third, Griffey, Shelton, Jojima, Hanahan, Woodward will play shortstop today. He's hitting 8th, and then Saunders, the young left fielder, will hit 9th. And for the Toronto Blue Jays, it's Scudero Hill and Lind, Roland, Rios, Wells, Millar, the DH, will hit 7th. Barajas back behind the plate again, hitting 8th, and Bautista will hit 9th. Ryan Rowland-Smith was pretty solid in his first outing back. Take a look at his numbers. His pitch per start, trying to get to 6. And the defense behind him today, Saunders, Gutierrez, and Ichiro in the outfield. Across the infield will be Hanahan, Woodward, Lopez, and Shelton. And as I mentioned, Kenji Jojima will be behind the plate tonight.
So here we go on this sizzler with stepping in Marco Scudero. And the first pitch is in and over for a strike. We are underway. They're saying the game time temperature officially here is 86 degrees. That's about 20 degrees cooler than we're getting on the, or more than that, than we're getting on that thermometer out there, digital thermometer.
Their thermometer must be in the shade where we're sitting.
It feels quite pleasant up here, to tell you the truth. Yeah. 2 strikes on Scudero. And strike 3 called. 3 pitches. See you, Marco. He very rarely strikes out against the Mariners.
And we'll take a look at this last pitch from Ryan Rowland-Smith. Looks like a changeup right there. Nice pitch.
The Jack Wilson deal, not the only deal the Mariners made today. They had Vladimir Valentin designated for assignment, which gives them 10 days to do something with him, trade him, ask him to go to the minor league camp, or give him his release. And they traded him to Cincinnati and got a minor league reliever, strike on the outside corner, by the name of Robert Manuel. And there he is. He was the minor league pitcher of the year last year.
You look at his overall numbers, they're pretty impressive what he's done in the minor leagues. You see his ERA this year at a 2.7.
Two and 1 on Aaron Hill. And a line drive right to the first baseman, Chris Shelton. 2 down. And in one of the bigger deals, although it hasn't been officially announced, but they are reporting it in Philadelphia, that Cliff Lee is going to be a member of the Phillies. Sources saying that the Indians have reached an agreement that would send Lee and outfielder Ben Francisco to the Phillies. Right-handers Jason Knapp and Carlos Carrasco, and shortstop Jason Donald, and catcher Lou Marson. So things are popping.
It's going to be an interesting couple of days.
1 strike on Adam Lind, and that misses inside. Up and in, and all the way to the backstop.
Like a breaking ball that got away from Ryan Rowland-Smith, 79 miles an hour.
Very quiet day.
Have you seen much of Jack Wilson?
I have not. No, I have not.
I think you're going to enjoy watching him play shortstop.
What'd you see him play?
I've just seen him on TV quite a bit.
Yeah, I've seen him on TV.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah, I've seen him on highlights.
It seems like he's in a lot of them. That's right.
All the time, yeah. Full count now, 3-2. Southern California boy. Spent his whole career in the Pirate organization. Flying up here as we speak from San Francisco, where the Pirates played last night, and foul back. So I would imagine he'd be arriving in the clubhouse around 2:30, 2:45, something like that. May even be available later on for pinch hitting duties. This has got to be tough on him. He's going from here to Texas, and his family, and from Texas to Kansas City. That pitch is hit to center field and deep. Gutierrez, however, has got the room to go back there right near the grass. Makes the warning track to make the catch to retire the side. 1, 2, 3, and as we go to the bottom of the first, out to the mound, Roy Halladay to face the Mariners.
Gutierrez and Lopez, Griffey, Shelton, Jojima, Hanahan, Woodward, and Saunders. Take a look at Roy Halladay. He's the gold standard in the American League, that's for sure. Look at his ERA, 2.62. He's a horse. He will stay out there all day. And the defense behind him, Batista, Wells, and Rios in the outfield. Across the infield will be Roland, Scudero, Hill, and Millar at first base. Rod Barajas will do the catching today.
So here's Ichiro, that little base hit that he flipped into center field, left center field against Scott Downs last night. The game winner, as we mentioned, 1953rd hit, and the first time he has ever had a walk-off game-winning hit. Just unbelievable. Halladay's pitch is fouled back. Roy Halladay against the Mariners, a record of 5-4. With a 2.67 ERA. Native of Denver. And misses with that outside. 1 ball on 2 strikes. Since 03, 39 complete games, the most in the major leagues. 13 more than CC Sabathia. He's a horse. And if it's true what Joel Sherman is writing in the New York Post today, that Ricciardi said that he's not trading him, that the ground ball routinely hit the shortstop and the throw to first in time. And Scudero gets Ichiro. I would think that as far as Halladay is concerned, it would be a huge load off his mind, but he has already told Toronto that next year is going to be his last year. He's going to test the free agent markets, and you know that the same thing is going to come up this time next year.
Absolutely it will. Of course it will. It'll be I think it'll be more difficult for Toronto to take advantage of the situation like they can now, because the club that gets him will retain him for another year.
Right. Gutierrez taking a strike. And that slider a little bit outside. Halladay, 32 years old, 6'6", 230 pounds. as good as he is, it took him a while to get his act together. As a matter of fact, he was sent down to the minor leagues for a while and to learn different things. Came back, and he's just been lights out ever since.
It's not surprising he has such a big frame. Put all that stuff together and find some sort of wind-up and delivery that you can repeat. More difficult for bigger people, and he's a big man. And now he has a tremendous sinker, good slider, has all the pitches, as you can see the comparison with Felix.
That's after 125 career starts, almost a carbon copy. Great changeup that time. 79-mile-an-hour changeup. And you can hear the Toronto Blue Jay fans here.
Take a look at this last pitch, right on the inside corner. 79 miles an hour. Frankly, just swings right over the top of it.
That's low and outside. Received a no decision 5 days ago in a loss to Tampa Bay, despite throwing 9 innings for his second consecutive start. Just a couple of turns on the DL. The groin strain. Jose Lopez back in the lineup, but Russell Branyan is not. So that back problem with Russell's is a lingering thing for a while here. And line down the left field line. That's a fair ball into the corner. So Lopez is going to have a 2-out double as the ball is dug out by Jose Bautista.
Well, Jose Lopez gets a breaking ball, stays with it. See if he's out front just a little bit, but hangs in there long enough to hit a nice line drive into the left field corner.
So a runner in scoring position for Junior, who has taken Mr. Halladay deep. 2 for 6 against him. And a ground ball off the handle of the bat, sawed him off right to Millar at first base. So here in the first, a 2-out double by Lopez, but he stays there. We go to the second inning. The Mariners, the Blue Jays, no score.
By the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
And here we go into the second inning now as third baseman Scott Rowland will lead it off. And that is a strike to knees. Station in Pittsburgh reporting that the salaries of swinging a little looper into left field, charging on the run and making an outstanding catch. That kid can play left field. Michael Saunders.
Makes a terrific catch. He's a good athlete. Robbed a home run last night. This time he has to come running in. Just outruns the baseball. Is able to get to it before it hits the ground.
To finish my thought, Station Pittsburgh reporting that the Pirates are going to be paying Wilson and Snell's salary for the rest of the year. So Mariners getting a free shortstop and pitcher. Easy pop up to second base, if that's true. So quickly, 2 down. Oh, man. You think that outfit's not hot today?
It is hot. Santa looks like he could use some fries. Drop a couple of pounds over the summer. Wonder how long that beard's going to stay on.
Oh, man. Vernon Wells takes a strike. Roland Smith has been fabulous throwing strikes here. And a fly ball. Got in enough for a routine fly ball out there. And again, a routine catch for Michael Saunders. And an easy 1-2-3 second inning. We go to the bottom half of the second. The Mariners and the Jays, no score.
Seattle Mariners baseball on FSN is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment and dining destination.
As we go to the second inning, Mariner first baseman Chris Shelton taking the delivery outside from Roy Halladay. And we'll be visiting with you from Arlington, Texas tomorrow. The big series with the Rangers, who, of course, are the team immediately ahead of the Mariners. And the Mariners right at the All-Star break, leading Texas 3-4 here in Seattle. One Texas basically has kept pace with the Angels. The Mariners have not, so they've got to take their advantage of beating Texas.
Rolling into August, and they're going to get those opportunities now. Start playing in their own division again.
down the right field line and out of play. Nice fastball. 94 miles an hour. Just kissed the outside corner of the black for his second strikeout. Let's take a look at our Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. As we mentioned, tomorrow the Mariners are in Texas. Tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, spending an off day Monday in Kansas City. And then 3 night games in Kansas City before returning home. A very nice homestand. Kenji Jojima, the top batting average against Mr. Halladay in the Mariner lineup, 5 for 15. Swing that time. So the count of ball and 2 strikes. The Indians and the Angels playing the other afternoon game in the American League, and 2-1. Angels leading in the 5th inning in Anaheim. Angels are off tomorrow. And nails it. So Jojima catches one on the back. And we'll move on down to first.
Seeing that at bat that Halladay wanted to pitch him inside off the plate, try to get to a slider away. That last one's a little bit too far inside. Go. Running fastball hits him. Oh, looked like on the hip.
And taking inside.
And with a nice night last night, 3 for 4 with an RBI. Some nice defensive plays too. After the ball's hit at him pretty hard, and was able to make the plays last night.
Cubs blitzed Houston today in Chicago 12-0. The final there. Right down to the wire. The Cardinals beginning play with a half-game lead over the Cubs, 2.5 over Houston. Milwaukee's not out of it. They're only 4.5 back. Runner goes. Pitch up the first base line, off the glove of the first baseman, and safe at first base. Going around him is Jack Hanahan. So Millar, as it went off his glove, tried to make the tag, and here comes Cito Gaston saying that Hanahan went outside the base pad. But you have the right to avoid the tag.
That's right. You can avoid the tag, and you have to give the fielder an opportunity to field his position. And it looked like, watching it live, that Millar was right in the middle of the baseline trying to pick the ball up. Take another look at it. He boots it, and then he comes in to try to make the play. Oh, he did make the tag, too. It looked like he tagged him. And I think that's maybe what Millar was arguing about, that he actually put the tag on him.
Right on his right hip pocket, as you saw.
Yeah, first base umpire Bill Wilkie was telling him right away, no, you missed him.
So you can hear the displeasure of the Toronto Blue Jay fans here. Man, there are a lot of them here today.
And have been this whole series. Mariners catch a break, see if they can take advantage of it.
Chris Woodward, the shortstop, will be the hitter. I think of the Yankee fans, they travel well. The Red Sox fans probably travel the best. And the Toronto Blue Jay fans here, I like the Blue Jay fans the best.
I would agree.
And that's a strike on the outside corner. One on Woody. And that slider low and outside. And that's outside. Ball 3, 3-1. Just missing is Michael Saunders, the native of Victoria. And a line drive base hit into left center field. Here comes Jojima around third. The throw to the plate is in time. He's nailed. Great throw by Bautista on a hop right to the catcher. So Jojima can't score. 7-2.
Take a look at the throw by Bautista. Perfect throw. Nice one hop. Easy throw for Barajas to handle at home plate. You can see waving him in the whole way. Nice throw.
Yeah, Barajas was there for the easy tag. So here's Saunders now. And good fastball. Far inside. And that's also too far inside. 23 pitch inning here. Roy Halladay.
That's good news. You get a pitcher of Roy Halladay's caliber and you get him in trouble in the first couple innings. You like to cash some runs in if you can. But if you don't, at least you're getting his pitch count up. Get him out of the game a little bit earlier.
2-2. Pittsburgh and San Francisco, no score in the fifth. Jeff Wilson on his way to Seattle. Too far inside. So the Mariners get the advantage now. Sending the runners. And he got it. So down on strikes, Saunders, third strikeout. For Halliday, the Mariners lead 2. They don't score, and as we go to the third, there's no score. Our Aflac trivia question. Can you name the other current Mariners player who was acquired from the Pittsburgh Pirates? Jack Wilson today. And who's the other one?
I don't know. Do you?
No. Kevin Millar. 1-1 on him.
I think Miguel Batista was with Pittsburgh at some point in his career, but I don't think he was traded to the Mariners. So he was a free agent. I don't know.
That hit him. So Millar just barely nicked. First base runner for the Jays here in the third. Smith hits him, but I like what he's trying to do. He's trying to pitch inside to these right-handed batters.
I think that he has to. Jared Washburn did a nice job of that yesterday. Really made his two-seam fastball much better. But I think with Ryan Rowland-Smith, he has such a good changeup. Can really open up the outer half of the plate by coming inside.
It's a little low. And an easy out should be into shallow right field, and Lopey drops the ball, fair territory, but they go down to second and they get the force there anyway because Millar thought it was going to be caught.
See Lopez, he had to run a long ways. Tries to make a basket catch. It looks like it goes off his throwing hand. Hit him on the thumb. Stays with the play and is able to get Millar out of second. Yes, it hits his throwing hand. Looking at his index finger.
They've broken his nail.
Yeah, he's bleeding a little bit.
And here comes Wakamatsu out, along with the trainer, Rick Griffin. Check on that digit. The ball coming down, hit him right on the finger. Another look at it from our Coors Light freeze frame cam. Watch where the ball hits.
You can see his hand's just starting to get into his glove a little bit early, and it hits him right on that index finger.
Had split fingernails before.
Absolutely, they hurt. They seem to bleed a lot. It's probably the concern more than anything. It's making sure you can throw the baseball.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Right.
I mean, you don't dare do what you would do at home, put a Band-Aid on that for kids because you can't throw.
Right. You won't be able to feel the baseball in your hand. Looks like you'll be okay.
So 1 out. And this is Bautista. One. Very nice crowd here today.
Hopefully they all brought their sunscreen with them.
We've got 30,000 or more here today. Low. That was up. Got away with a fat pitch there.
Change up in the zone. See, really nice second inning. Just the 5 pitches that he threw. Just count one. He's in good shape.
Another change. That was only 71 miles an hour. If we hear of any more transactions, you will have it. And a high towering can of corn. Where Chris Woodward will make the one-handed catch. So 2 away. Friends, we invite you to stay up to date this season with team text and video alerts for your mobile phone. You can text Get Mariners to 65246 to sign up right now. If you saw that catch being made by Chris Woodward, a routine high pop-up, I want to get your opinion on one thing, Mr. Blowers.
Yes.
One-handed catches on something like that. What do you think?
I think I have 2 hands. I would use them. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think that's the way I was taught. I don't see any reason not to do it that way. I will say this, though. Some guys just feel more comfortable catching the ball off to the side, like an outfielder will a lot of times. But I think anytime you can use both your hands, use them. Never know. You know, it hits in the heel of your glove or something. If you use your bare hand, you can keep it in there. Otherwise, it might pop out.
You see it happen all the time.
Yeah.
There's a strike.
Reminds me of the great Omar Vizquel when he was with the Mariners. And he used to look like he'd catch those pop-ups on the way down. And he used to do it because it would infuriate Lou all the time. And Omar would laugh about it.
Ricky Henderson used to have the snatch catches. That pitch is popped up down the right field line. And it'll be an easy play out there for the first baseman, Chris Shelton. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd, scoreless. through the lineup for Roy Halladay. He struggled a little bit with his pitch count. 27 pitches in the second inning. Ichiro and a ground ball to Scutaro routinely was thrown out. Scott Rowland way in on the grass at third base.
Scutaro's up quite a bit at shortstop. See the guys, Scutaro playing right in the middle of the dirt and Rowland way up on the grass, as Dave was saying.
No. And a drag bunt up the first base lane. That's going to be a base hit. What a bunt. What a bunt.
Well, take a look at it. Just takes it with him. Halladay does everything that he can do. He tried to barehand it, but by the time he was ready to throw it, Ichiro's right there. No chance. He does the right thing and just eats it.
So bunt base hit. And Franklin Gutierrez be the hitter. Taking strike. Ichiro will not only get another 200 hit season, that's his 149th hit already, but he will also go over 2,000 hits in his major league career this year. He's only got 46 more to go. Gutierrez struck out on a changeup in the first. His fastball anywhere from 94, 95 to 91 to 90. That's what makes him so effective.
Definitely add some on to it, take some off, get more sink when he needs to do it. This at bat against Gutierrez, you can see it high, top out at 95. Let's start a fastball off the plate, run it back on there.
And a ground ball slowly hit to shortstop. Only one play if they can make it. They'll throw the first in time, and Scutaro does make the play nicely. As Ichiro goes into scoring position. Let's give you the answer to our Aflac trivia question. Can you name the other current Mariners player? Should be, yeah, I guess one player right now. He's acquired from the Pittsburgh Pirates. The current player is Sean White. He's out there in the bullpen. He was picked up for cash from the Pirates in December of '06. Lopez doubled into the corner. 0 for 1. Other trades in Pittsburgh since '82. Luis Munoz picked up on waivers in '08. Picked up Greg Wilson as a player to be named later in '08. And that ground ball hits his shortstop. And Scutaro will throw him out. Ichiro goes on down to third base. But the guy I remember most was the Rule 5 kid picked up by the M's, Luis Guetta, in 2001. He was a pinch runner. I swear to this day, Lou doesn't know his name. Get me the Rule 5 kid. Remember that?
I do remember that.
Give me the Rule 5 kid to go in and run. Ken Griffey Jr. now with a runner at third taking his strike. And Jr. a little broken bat off the fifth pop up to shortstop, and the third inning is history. We go to the fourth inning of play as expected. A good ball game. The Mariners nothing. The Toronto Blue Jays nothing.
Couple of good pitchers having at it today. No score in this finale of the three-game series. The Jays' first and only visit to Seattle. Dave Sims joining in with Mike Flowers. Nice hot day here in Seattle. Actually, a little out of sorts hot for this great metropolis. You deal with it last night? You okay?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Aaron Hill leads it off. Craig deep to left, but foul.
I actually don't mind it for a few days. There you go.
She had the right idea. Ryan Roland Smith working quickly, throwing strikes, working up, down, in and out. Pitcher's mantra. Friendly half to Jack Hanahan, and Hill is gone, one out here in the fourth. Take a look at our U.S. Marine Corps leaders of the game, and the Mariners. Great numbers here: 10-3 in rubber games, won 9 of the last 10. Nice to see the boys end that 4-game losing streak last night. First walk-off base hit for Ichiro in his great career. The hitter's Adam Lind. Told that up on Interstate 405 in Bothell, official weather station. They're reporting a temperature of 105 degrees. Stay hydrated, cover up. Nice pitch by Ryan Roland Smith. 1-2 to Adam Lind, who leads the American League in extra base hits with 53.
You're talking about Ryan Roland Smith pitching inside. The other thing he's done so far is he's done a nice job of changing speeds. Saw the pitch before that last fastball. Nice slow breaking ball. He's had a good changeup today. See the high low, 92 to 71.
Two balls, two strikes. Mariners with 3 hits against Roy Halladay, and they've left 4 men on. The old story. Great pitcher like that, you better get to him early. Strike 3 call. Totally froze Adam Lind. 71 miles an hour. 2 outs.
Ryan Roland Smith obviously was paying attention to Jared Washburn last night, taking a pitch out of his playbook. Nice slow curveball in there. Wash has been throwing that a little bit more lately. It's been an effective pitch for him.
Here's Scott Rowland. Comes right back with the same off-speed pitch. Rowland last night hits in his first 3 at bats. He went 3 for 4. Oh, and 2. Runs the ladder on him, 1 and 2. 4th inning action. Mariners off to Texas and Kansas City after this ball game. The left field, backing up Saunders. Step on the track, out on the grass, and a 1-2-3 4th inning for Ryan Rowland-Smith. No score on a hot day. Summertime in Seattle. Savings Bank, now more than ever. Delighted to have you with us here. Safeco Field. Bottom of the 4th coming up. With Shelton, Jojaman, Hanahan, and Roy Halladay. Reaches out, punches one. Is it enough? It is. Base hit for Shelton. Chris Shelton gets this 4th inning off to a good start for the Mariners.
Well, it'll be nice to have Russell Branyan back in the lineup, but Chris Shelton has done a nice job filling in for him. Gets a base hit. Last night had a base hit and an RBI. The other night drove in a couple of runs.
Good for him. Russell Branyan still out with back issues. Chris Jack make the Kenji Jojaman hand to follow. Kenji hit by a pitch last time up. A lot of things impressive about Roy Halladay. 142 and 69 record, one of them. And the Elias Sports Bureau said that only 3 other pitchers in Major League history began their careers just after 1900 have won more than twice as many games as they lost. Lefty Grove, Whitey Ford, and Pedro Martinez. That's some seriously talented company. Slow roller, Scutero to Hill for 1. That's all they'll get.
Nice job by Shelton. Try to break up any possibility of a double play. Hill drops it on the exchange. Take another look at it. Wasn't hit hard. Scutero just getting the lead out. For all the kids at home, when this guy slides in, get your spikes up out of the ground. That's a nice job by Hill. Save your legs. Jumping up in the air in that situation, what you're taught to do. Nothing wrong with what Shelton was doing. He's just trying to take the guy out from a double play. Clean play all the way around. Nicely done.
Here's Hanahan, reached on an error by Millar. And Jack dumps one right field. So the Mariners have first and second, one out. Second time Hanny's been on board.
Mariners had a runner in scoring position now in all 4 innings against Halladay. They're really making him work. 55 pitches so far, and he's having to pitch with some stress on him.
Hanahan's 7th hit of this homestand. Got just enough. Dumps it in front of the right fielder Alex Rios, and just beyond Aaron Hill's reach. They'll bring up Chris Woodward. Got a solid single to left his first time. Chance to pick up a run. And Kenji Judgment thrown out in the second inning by a wide margin. Nice throw by Bautista, his 8th assist of the season. Kenji at second base again. Ball on a strike to Woodward. So when Adrian Beltre comes back, hopefully Tuesday next week in Kansas City, he'll be at third. Jack Wilson will be at shortstop. It'll be doggone good left side of the infield as Woodward swings through 1-2. Kenji's at second. Jack Hanahan at first with 1 down. Strike 3 called. Halladay, second time he's used that pitch. He got Shelton on a similar pitch leading off the second. 2 outs, and that's the 4th strikeout for Doc Halladay.
And look at it, the fastball starts off the plate and runs it right back on the corner. Really good movement on that pitch.
Not a lot of productivity today. Michael Saunders struck out on a 3-2 pitch back in the second inning.
Nice job by Saunders. Step out, relax, regroup.
Halladay working up a really, really good sweat today. And Barajas still not synced up. Line drive to center field. Wells right at him. The Mariners get 2 more on, leave 2. They're stranded 6 today in a 0-0 ball game.
the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
A lot of zeros on the board here. Top of the 5th inning here at Safeco. All manner of hats today, and boy, are they functional or what? Keep the kids hydrated. These folks lucky to be in the shade. Dad gets texting in. Working on his fantasy league.
Yeah, but I don't like his technique, and he looked a lot slower than you doing that.
You're no slouch. I'm going to get the stopwatch out of it. Boom! Train heading south towards Portland. Just outside the ballpark here. Alex Rios, Vernon Wells, Kevin Millar, 5, 6, and 7 against Ryan Rollins-Smith here in the 5th inning. Smitty today struck out 2. Hasn't walked anybody. It's a lot to like with his performance last time out, except for that last inning. Gave up a couple long balls, but did a nice job.
I thought he was terrific in the last outing. You know, he made the one mistake to Hafner, and he made him pay for it. But overall, if you go through the series of pitches that he threw throughout that game, I thought he was pretty good.
There are the numbers. There's Ryan Rollins-Smith. There's a little number out in front. Kenji Jojima jumps on it, and Shelton maintains contact with the bag for the out. Nice play.
Kenji gets out from behind the plate in good shape. Tells Ryan Rollins-Smith that he has it, and then makes a pretty good throw over to first. Nice job by Shelton to stay on the base.
High fly ball, short left field. Coming in Saunders, protecting against the sun. 2 outs.
I think the other thing with Ryan Rollins-Smith is he's a big man. He's a strong man. I think that he's going to get in a position where him going out and throwing 115, 120 is not going to be a problem. He really, I think, as he moves forward in his career, he's going to have the ability to pitch deep in some games.
6 innings of 1-run, 2-hit ball last time out last Friday against Cleveland. 7th inning. Proved to be his undoing. Gave up a Peralta base hit, a 2-run homer and a half. Another home run later on to Ben Francisco. I bet Ben Francisco and Cliff Lee to Philly. 1-1.
I think the Phillies are done.
Boy, it wouldn't be bad if they are. Good pitch, big changeup. I mean, they're in good shape with that rotation. Cliff Lee, Cole Hamels, Jamie Moyer, Joe Blanton, and they can hit. Ben Francisco's a nice piece to add to your outfit. Just got a piece of it. Ryan Rollins-Smith. Good rhythm going. Catch it, throw it, catch it, throw it. The 1-2 to Millar. Got him! Ryan Rollins-Smith threw 5. That yielded a hit to the Toronto Blue Jays, Mariners, and the Blue Jays locked up at 0-0. Manuel in the deal for Vladimir Valentin. AAA Louisville, 3-4, 10 saves, 2.70 ERA, 38 strikes over 10 walks. Good numbers.
Very good numbers. Good idea to have a fan today.
Oh, man. More than one, too. It's so hot you'd want to pay somebody to do it for you. Ichiro bunted his way on back in the third. We'll lead it off here in the fifth. Ichiro, Gutierrez, and Lopez. Barajas watches get out of play. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Well, you do not have to worry about anybody complaining about getting loose on a day like today.
Worry about cramps.
Just keep drinking. Get your rest.
You have to. The thing about it for the Mariners club is it's been a couple of days that now they have this day game, and off to Texas they go, in Kansas City they're not going to get a break from the heat for a while.
To right field, here comes Rios, and he's got it.
Sure, Rick Griffin and Rob Nodine are talking to the guys constantly about hydrating themselves.
Yeah. Drink up, boys, drink up. A rally fry time. Lindsay at work here.
See if we can get her to stand up and put the sign up there. It's little Hallie. I like the pink. Richie Rally Fire Girl.
She aspires to take Lindsay's place at some point. Making no bones about it. She's 4 years old. She's moving on up in the world.
It's terrific. Ran into her and she had her sign here before, and she let me have it because she didn't win. So I figured I better make good today.
Swinging a miss by Gutierrez, 0-2. Franklin 0-2 today. Mariners have left 6 men on against Halladay. Roy got off to an 8-1 start. 11 games since. He's 3-2 with 5 no decisions. Off to the end of the bat. Halladay will take it himself. 2 outs. So Halladay, was it 2 years ago? He threw an absolute gem at Toronto against the Mariners. And same kind of deal, very sharp. Today he's got 4 strikeouts. He's not walked anybody. He's scattered some hits. Great command. He's got the whole package.
And the Mariners were doing a pretty good job at getting his pitch count up. There's the strikeouts, the 4 strikeouts. But he's starting to get that back in line, it looks like. 68 pitches now.
Lopez 1 for 2. Got a first inning double. You hear people talk about it. Pitching coaches, managers attacking the strike zone. Man, it's he and Lee. We've seen 2 of the real good ones here in this last week or so.
Well, and the other thing, when you talk about that quality of a pitcher, and we've seen it this year from Felix, from Wash this year, those guys, the other thing that they do is they change locations, not pitching to one side of the plate. They're constantly changing speeds, eye levels. I mean, they just do everything out there. And as a hitter, that's very difficult. You can't cover that entire hitting area. You have to pick a spot, and then you have to get the pitch right on top of that. That's why they're tough. And then you throw some movement in there, you're in trouble. It's going to be a long day. But Lopez ended up hitting a slider for a double early in the game, back in the first. Nice job to spoil that pitch. Another good fastball you were talking about, Dave. The one thing he does is run that fastball, start off the plate, and run it back on the outside corner to the right-hand hitters. A lot of times guys will just give up on it. So that was a nice piece of hitting by Lopez to spoil that pitch, give himself another chance.
2-2 with 2 outs. Last time Lopez was up, 3rd inning. Grounded out to shortstop.
jammed him with a good two-seam fastball inside.
Well hit. Deep left field. That baby's gone. Home run, Jose Lopez. 1-0 Mariners. Boy, he got a pitch in his zone. He was looking for it and did not miss it. Home run number 13, RBI number 53.
It's good to have Lopez back in the lineup. He's missed a few days because of a back pinch hit last night. But take a look at this swing by Lopez. Fastball up and in the middle of the plate. That's a mistake by Roy Halladay, up out over the plate like that. Ball hit a long ways.
Sure was. 380 feet, home run, Jose Lopez. Junior pulls one foul. Junior trying to get on track here. He's had a couple of soft at bats, ground out to first, and a pop to short. Jose Lopez, his first home run off of Roy Halladay. Second hit today. He's 2 for 3. 4 for 16. Make it 4 for 16 career against Roy Halladay. They have him back in the lineup on an everyday basis, swinging the bat. Here's the 1-1 to Junior. Long drive, deep left center field. That will get down. That's extra bases. But Junior stings it this time. His third time up. And he's got a 2-out double. Nice job. 13th double of the season for Ken Griffey Jr.
Vernon Wells is playing over towards right center field, and Junior goes with this pitch. Two-seam fastball out over the plate to him. Hits it hard into the gap. Nice piece of hitting, not trying to pull that pitch. Hit it hard into the gap the other way.
Mariners are going well. They got a lot of 2-out lightning. See if they can get Shelton to pick up Griffey here with 2 down in the 5th. Run on 7 hits for the Mariners. No runs, no hits, and an error for Toronto. 1-1 to Shelton. Struck out looking that first time. Base hit the center in the 4th. Good pitch. 1-2. Home run given up by Halladay, the 11th given up this year. Again, that running fastball gets Shelton, but some damage done by Jose Lopez. Mariners have a 1-0 lead as Ryan Rowland-Smith continues on. Wilcox Farms, celebrating Wilcox Farms' 100th anniversary. Remember, buy local, buy fresh, buy Wilcox Farms eggs. And by Metropolitan Appliance, the only appliance store you'll ever need, now open on Sundays. Good to see the kids enjoying the day at the ballpark. Camp day here at Safeco Field. Mariners just took a 1-0 lead on a Jose Lopez home run, his 13th of the year. Very good crowd here, 32,649. Rod Barajas, the catcher, going to lead it off, followed by Jose Bautista, the left fielder, and Marco Scudero. 8-9-1 here in the 6th. Changeup's been very effective all day here for Ryan Rowland-Smith, who has 3 strikeouts. He hasn't walked anybody.
First couple innings, he left that pitch up a few times, and now he's getting it down in the strike zone. Guys are swinging over the top of it.
Popped up, playable. Hanahan battling the sun. Makes the catch. Hey kids, get ready for school. On Sunday, August 30th, we're looking down the road when the Mariners conclude a series with the Royals. All kids 14 and under receive a unique Ken Griffey Jr. backpack thanks to Pepsi, Hagen, and Top Foods. Don't miss out. Purchase your tickets at mariners.com. I'm trying to rush away this summer, just wanted to remind you. Get ready for school.
For some reason, my kids haven't mentioned school.
I know, that's why it told me. I was like, wow, it's only too long.
Yeah, I suppose it's getting around that time. Guys are starting to talk about football.
I was going to say, your guys got to be getting fired up.
Yeah.
2 balls, 1 strike to Jose Bautista.
A lot of kids out at the ballpark today. It's good to see.
Playable for Saunders. How about Ryan Rowland-Smith? Down here in the 6th.
Saunders, great job of shielding his eyes with his glove.
And he's got the sunglasses too, so he's done a very nice job. You're right.
Yeah, and you can see him turning his body a little bit sideways, trying to get a better angle.
And this time of day, we've seen this on Sunday afternoon day games. That can be a bear out there.
Well, and sometimes you don't have any choice. You can't, if you're running for it, it's tough to get your glove up there to help you. But if you can use your glove, go ahead and use it.
There's a look at what he's checking out. He's watching the ball off the bat. So they get. It's not a deep azure blue, but a little hazy. Top of the order, Marco Scudero struck out looking and popped to the first baseman. Ryan Rowland-Smith, 13 of 19, Mike, on first pitch strikes, and there's another one of off-speed breaking balls. That's a good one. He's got 2 outs here in the 6th. Staying ahead of people. Check down to Bill Welke. Said he did not go. Ball and 2 strikes. 3 strikeouts, no walks by Ryan Rowland-Smith. Two and 2. Kind of like his aggressive approach.
He's thrown enough fastballs inside. You talked about him working ahead. What that does, it gives you so many different options to go to. And as a hitter, you realize that if you're ahead in the count as a hitter, you can lean on a fastball, but when you're constantly behind and the pitcher has 3 good pitches working, which Ryan does today, it gives you plenty of options.
Scudero fights that one off, 2 and 2.
And that's why you can see the defensive swings by Scudero, who's a pretty good fastball hitter, but he's been late on the last 2 fastballs because he knows he has a good changeup. He's seen that, and then he's already dropped a good curveball in there on him.
Scudero went 1 for 4 last night, 4 for 5 the night before. At 2-2. Fly ball, Gutierrez ranging over. He's got that under control, battling the sun, makes the catch. How about Ryan Rowland-Smith through 6? Not giving up a base hit in this 1-0 Mariner lead.
Second. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com.
1 run today. Jose Lopez, 2 out, 5th inning home run. Mariners lead at 1-0. Great way, all kinds of methods to stay cool today. Temperatures in the area is supposed to range up close to 101 degrees. Heard some temperatures not too far from here, about 65 degrees, so think cool thoughts. Kenji Jojima, Jack Hanahan, and Chris Woodward here in the 6th. Kenji hit by a pitch and reached on the fielder's choice. Good pitching matchup today. Ryan Rowland-Smith and Roy Halladay. Halladay has given up just the 1 run, stranded 7 runners.
Well, the Mariners today 1 for 8 with men in scoring position, and the 1 hit, the runner was cut down at the plate.
It's Kenji back in the 2nd inning. Base hit by Woodward. The 1-2. A broken bat. Looper right to Scudero for 1 down. So what's your gut feeling now that Halladay is not going to Philly? Does he go to LA? Does he go? Where does he go? Or does he stay? He very well may can stay and finish out the rest of his contract with the Toronto Ball Club.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him stay. I mean, you know, we read the newspapers and watch things online and do all those different things. It just seemed like the asking price is something that a lot of clubs just aren't willing to pay. And the Phillies were out there, I thought, pretty good for him, and that wasn't enough to get it done. So, or at least it hasn't yet.
Fouled off by Hanahan.
That being said, you know, there isn't a club in baseball that wouldn't love to have him, especially since if they get him now, they're going to have him for next year too.
The 0-2 to Hanahan. Sent to left field. Nice play by Bautista. Right there, 2 outs.
You know, it goes back to how much of your future are you willing to mortgage to try to win it all now? And that's basically what you're doing if you try to pick him up with what it's going to cost you.
Yeah, they wanted J.P. Ricciardi, the GM for Toronto, wanted the Phillies on J.A. Happ. They wanted their top pitcher down on the farm, Kyle Drabeck. They wanted a position player, was it the Carrasco kid, and like one other. And I don't blame him for asking for that.
Absolutely.
He was asking for the farm and then some. Chris Woodward 1 for 2 today. Base hit the left and a strikeout looking. Halliday quickly in front of his former teammate Chris Woodward. 0-2. Cold ones. Cold ones. Good thoughts, huh? Two and one here to Woodward. Scoreboard is now corrected. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mariners home run in the 5th game with 2 outs. Foul. Certainly going to get your money's worth of sun down there. Take in the ball game, socialize. Straightaway right field, not deep. Rios right there. That'll do it. 6 in the books, a 1-0 Mariner lead. And Ryan Roland Smith throwing a gem here at Safeco Field. Money Tree, providing immediate cash for your business, is our business. Apply for business loan at moneytreeinc.com. Our time at the ballpark tonight, this afternoon, as they won 0. The Mariners on the Jose Lopez 2-out 5th inning home run. Aaron Hill looks at a strike. Ryan Roland Smith not giving up a hit. 3 strikeouts, no walks. Right over the glove of Woodward for a base hit. There goes the no-no. To lead off the 7th. Nice round of applause. Many of the fans standing and cheering. Ryan Roland Smith, who throws no-hit ball for 6 innings.
Looks like it's just out of the reach of Woodward. Take another look at it. Fastball. Hits it hard. It's solid line drive and just hits it past. Woodward couldn't get to it. Solid base hit.
So Jared Washburn throw a 1-hitter earlier this year here at Safeco Field as Adam Lind swings and misses. Lind having a fabulous year, starting today at 296. Leads the American League in extra base hits. 33 doubles, 20 home runs. Deep drive, center field. Long run for Gutierrez, and he'll watch that one leave the premises. 2-run homer for Adam Lind. 6 innings of no-hit ball, and then bang, bang, it's 2-1 Toronto.
Well, Ryan Rowland-Smith was really cruising along in his last outing. The 7th inning is what jumped up and bit him when Hafner hit a home run and Francisco off of him. And a no-hitter through 6 and comes out. Looks like a breaking ball that he leaves up to Lynn. Lynn with 20 home runs coming in the game, and it was. Just left it up out over the plate.
Hit that a long way, 412 feet, 2-1 Toronto. Scott Rowland fouls one off. The line now reads 2 runs on 2 hits and an error for Toronto, a run on 7 hits for the Mariners. Rowland is twice flied to left. Let's see how Ryan Rowland-Smith recovers here. He's got 2 and 2 to Rowland with Rios and Wells to follow, giving up a single and a home run. Got him on a changeup. 1 out. That is strikeout number 4. Hey fans, a smoother, quieter, greener way to travel. Ride Sound Transit's Link Light Rail from Tukwila to Seattle with 10 stops along the way. First pitch swinging Rios. Solid base hit, right field. Bring up Vernon Wells. Are you ready to go back to school? Well, beginning this Saturday, receive a free backpack with your purchase of $100 or more at any Mariners team store. This offer is available at all 5 team store locations while supplies last. Wells flied out to left a couple of times. Vernon batting at a 3-hole last night, went 0 for 4. Batting 6 today.
Right, you know, he's like we talked about him. Should have the ability to go a little bit deeper. Just 84 pitches in the ball game, and you have to wonder if maybe giving up that initial hit. You have to believe he was thinking about a possible no-hitter. Lost of concentration for a minute, as you see. Sean Kelly getting loose out in the pen. This hasn't been nearly as sharp this inning. Pitches are getting up on him again. We were just commenting last inning how he was doing a nice job keeping the ball down and starting to elevate a little bit.
Rios, a legitimate base stealing threat. He's 18 out of 21, team leader for the Blue Jays. 2-0. Well stroked center field. Back goes Gutierrez, makes the catch. They've hit some balls hard here in the 7th. Here's Kevin Millar. Be the 6th hitter here in the 7th inning after Ryan Rowland-Smith throws no-hit baseball through 6. Foul. The pitch was up as well.
That was off-speed pitch. Certainly looks like the Blue Jays starting to be a lot more aggressive with Ryan Rowland-Smith. We talked about his first pitch strikes. He's thrown plenty of those in the game, and they're coming out swinging in this inning.
0-2. Here comes the 0-2. That's hit to left center field. A long run for Saunders, but he's under it. Makes the catch. So he throws no hit ball through 6. Gives up a single and a home run and another single. Leaves the runner stranded 2-1 Toronto over the Mariners. Two-one ball game, Toronto, in this rubber match here in Seattle. A festive atmosphere coming up on Friday. We think Garrett Olson may go tomorrow against Texas, and then Friday it'll be Vargas against Padilla. It'll be Felix Hernandez, Tommy Hunter, and then Jared Washburn. We look for him on Sunday. Michael Saunders to lead it off, 9-1-2 for the Mariners against Halladay. There's Aaron Hill, can't get it. Saunders is aboard. Base hit for young Mr. Saunders.
Well, the last couple days we talked about his ability to run, and saw Ichiro do this earlier in the game, so Saunders figured he would go ahead and give it a try.
Boy, Aaron Hill had to come a long way, too. He was getting closer. He knew he had to hustle. See what Ichiro can do here. He is 1 for 3. He laid down a bunt to third. Angels lead Cleveland 9-1, top of the ninth in Anaheim. National League Cubbies blow out Houston 12-0. Giants 1-0 over Pittsburgh in the final. Strike one to Ichiro. Seventh inning. Turned out to be a big one for Toronto with a home run, 2-run shot by Adam Lind. We're checking out Bruce Hines down at third base, the third base coach. Finds a hole, base hit. Saunders will hold at second. First two men are on. Something brewing here in the home seventh. We'll take a look at our Firestone leaderboard. Best average since June 27th. We got Eric Ibar of the Angels. We got Tyler Morgan now with Washington. Franklin Gutierrez right there. He's third. Luis Castillo of the Mets and Orlando Cabrera of Oakland.
Well, we've seen him lay down a lot of sacrifice bunts this year, and I think he's going to have an opportunity to do it again. Here you are in the bottom of the 7th with Roy Halladay on the mound. You have him in a little bit of trouble. 98 pitches for Halladay. See how Dom Wakamatsu wants to play it.
Gutierrez, the team leader with 9 sacrifices. Stabbed at it and fouled it away.
Good speed on the bases. Franklin obviously runs well. Doesn't have to be perfect with his bunt. Just get it out in fair territory, keep it away from the pitcher.
Swinging away 0-2. 2 runs, 3 hits, and an error for Toronto. 1 run, 9 hits for the Mariners. Halladay struck out 5, hasn't walked anybody. Able to hold up.
Not very often, Dave, that you get into the 7th inning. Pitchers on the mound leading by 1 run. He's thrown 101 pitches, and they haven't even thought about getting anybody up in that bullpen. You know what I mean? I mean, typically the guys are running all over the place, and
we're talking elite pitcher here. 1-2. Center field for Vernon Wells. Pretty much in his tracks, fighting the sun, makes the catch. Stay on top of all the latest Mariners news and happenings by logging on to Mariners.com. You can also follow the Mariners at Facebook.com/Mariners and at Twitter.com/TheRealMariners. You'll get the exclusive offers and content, so log on today. Stay connected with the Seattle Mariners.
well, Rod Barajas, the veteran catcher, went out to talk to Halladay what he wants to do with Lopez. Lopez in the game 2 for 3 with a double and a home run.
Moments ago, there is the Mariners' new shortstop, Jack Wilson. Just came in from San Francisco. Plane was delayed earlier. Just pulling in right now, so maybe they even have him in uniform before this game is done. Jack Wilson, he is in the building. Jack Wilson, Ian Snell, obtained from Pittsburgh Pirates. Ronnie Cedeno, minor league catcher. First baseman Jeff Clement. A couple of young right-handers. Like that, 3 of them. Lopez now. 2-1. Back up the middle. Base hit. Bruce Hines will hold the runners. We got bases loaded with 1 out. Saunders was rounding and thinking about coming home with Bruce Hines. He's had 1 runner thrown out today. Held him up. Keep this inning building here. You bring up Ken Griffey Jr. with the bases loaded.
Solid base hit by Gutierrez. Back up the middle. Or by Lopez, excuse me. Back up the middle. It was Saunders coming around third. Bruce Hines, watch him run down the line. He wants to make sure that Wells fields this cleanly. Wells makes a strong throw to home. Throws a strike. You can see him all the way down the line watching the outfielder Wells the entire way to see if he was going to field it cleanly and be in a good position to throw, which he was, and held him up at the last minute.
Nowhere to put Junior. Chance to break it open to get back in this game. Only down a run. 2-1, 1 out.
Junior hit a double out in the left center field gap. Last time up back in the 5th inning.
Brandon Lee starting to throw now for Toronto. Mariners have 10 hits. Make it 11. Everybody's going to run. Here comes Saunders. Here comes Ichiro. Lopez being held up. A 2-run double by Ken Griffey Jr. and the Mariners have a 3-2 lead. Junior jumped on that first pitch down into the corner. The Mariners are back on top.
Take a look at how he's trying to come inside, leaves it middle in, and Junior hits it into the corner. It's a bullet out there. Halliday tried to jam him up his first couple of times and let the pitch out over the plate last time when Junior doubled in left center. Looking inside, it drills it into the corner.
Chance for more here with Chris Shelton, second and third. 3-2 Mariners against one of the best in baseball, Roy Halladay. 1 out.
They bring their infield up.
Junior, Warper's last 11. Talking to him earlier in the week, he said it's just a matter of letting that ball get a little bit deeper. A little out ahead, a little quicker than he wanted to be. Shelton 1 for 2, struck out looking, singled and struck out. Mariners 3 runs on 11 hits. 2 runs on 3 hits for Toronto. The 1-1 outside.
Halladay now with 110 pitches.
Halladay career is 5-4. Look at Brandon Lee checking out things. He's Brad Arnspark, the pitching coach, going to come out. Lee looks like he is ready to go. Breathing hard out there. Halladay 5-4 with a 2.67 career against the Mariners. Here at Safeco, he's 3-3 with a 2.13 ERA.
Well, we talked about he typically will pitch deep into ball games, but a little bit different situation today. The weather is hot. He's been in the sun. 110 pitches. Sure, go out, give him a chance to get a breather, regroup a little bit.
And Griffey Jr. getting the job done. 2-run bases loaded double. Last time out for Halladay against the Mariners last June 30. Here at Safeco, he went the distance in a 2-0 win. 2-1 to Shelton. Inning started with Saunders laying down a bunt, popped it up, but Hill couldn't make the play. Ichiro base hit, Gutierrez flied out. Lopez singled. Griffey double. Strike 3 called. That fastball again. Those right-handers, boy, they've been tortured by that pitch all afternoon. 2 outs.
Well, so is the league for that matter. This is bread and butter. Start that fastball off the plate and run it back on the corner. I think Shelton was very happy with the call.
6th strikeout for Roy Halladay. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced, retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. 6 strikeouts for Halladay. 3 of them has been Shelton. Strike 1 to Kenji Joseph. RBI out there for him. 7th hitter this inning, and that's well off the grid there. 0-1. Halladay, the 2003 Cy Young Award winner. Popped up. Straight away left field for Bautista. But a good inning for the Mariners as Ken Griffey Jr. comes up big. A 2-run double gives the Mariners a 3-2 lead. Six.
Yeah, he was terrific today. See the good changeup from Ryan Rowland-Smith. Pitched inside a lot, was jamming a lot of hitters today. Some lazy fly balls. Nice play here.
And Mr. Saunders can cover some ground with those long strides. He hits Kevin Millar. That was the first base runner. That led off the third. Fourth inning. And he gets Adam Lynn looking. And he get Millar striking out again in the fifth and the sixth. Fly ball. Tracked down by Gutierrez, fighting the sun. Did a nice job. Seventh inning, ran into some trouble.
Well, this is where he gives up his first base hit of the ball game, just out of the reach of Woodward. So then the first time he has to actually go into the stretch as opposed to the windup. He hangs a breaking ball to Lynn, who hits it out of the ballpark. That ends up being the only 2 runs he'll give up through 7 innings today. Terrific performance by Ryan Rowland-Smith.
Thanks to Ken Griffey's 2-run double. Ryan Rowland-Smith, the pitcher of record, as is Roy Halladay at this moment as we start the 8th inning. Our Quest high-speed pitch. Both young men in this hot day getting up there pretty quickly. Mark Lowe is the new pitcher. And he starts Rod Barajas off with a strike. Lowe pitched last night. Pitched an inning, gave up 2 runs, both earned 3 hits, struck out 1. Came in and gave up a couple runs after Jared Washburn. He couldn't hold up Barajas kid. Jared Washburn pitched 7 innings of 1-run ball and left with a lead. Mark Lowe for the 8th. Did he go? He did. To first base umpire Bill Welke. Barajas is gone, 1 out.
Well, Mark Lowe, we all know, throws 96 to 98 miles an hour. Drops a pretty good slider off on Barajas. Cannot check his swing. Nice location on that slider down in the zone.
Bautista, the left fielder. Hanahan, boy, that was a 1-hop smash. Dug out nicely by Shelton, 2 down. Offer as low as $10. You can bring your friends and family out to the next BECU half-price family night on Monday, August 10th. It's a steal of a deal. The White Sox visit the Mariners. For tickets, visit mariners.com. Hey, how's that air conditioning feel out there, huh?
Probably pretty good. Just check the temperature gauge out into the visiting bullpen.
And
128. We started the game, it was around 120 degrees, and right out there where it looks like Brandon Lee getting loose. Yes, it is 128 degrees. Thank you.
JR out there earning his keep today in 128, huh? Strike one to Marco Scutero. Quick 2 outs for Lowe. Oh, 7. Good little run here. It's 0-2 to Scutero. 8th inning. It's the formula that Don Wakamatsu likes. Bring out those big power arms at the back end. Low in the 8th, Ardsman the 9th. 0-2 to Scutero. Ball club heading off to Texas, and Mark Lowe will be back in his home area in the Arlington area. We'll be excited about that. Everybody wearing the knickers look. Pants just below the knee. Hanahan, strong throw, and a 1-2-3 inning throw thrown by Mark Lowe. 8 pitches. Mark Lowe with a fine job. 3-2 Mariners. Bottom of the 8th coming up.
Graphic.
Back here at Safeco Field, a 3-2 Mariners lead, bottom of the 8th inning. The Mariners have chased Roy Halladay. Brandon Lee will take over. Jack Hanahan looks at a strike. Hanahan, Woodward, and Saunders. 7-8-9 here for the Mariners. Jack today has reached on an error, single to right field and lined out hard to left field. David Archman starting to heat up, get ready for the 9th inning. 32,649. Watching some good baseball here today. 2-2. Seems to me, but a little bit I remember Brandon Leak. Looks like he's changed his delivery since last year.
Yeah, a little bit. He's dropping his arm down a little bit more, but he's got a big arm. He'll throw 97, 98 miles an hour.
Millar feeds the Leak, one out. Roy Halladay, one of the premier pitchers in the game. 7 innings, 11 hits, 3 runs, all earned, no walks, 6 strikeouts. 115 pitches, 79 for strikes, and he threw 23 first pitch strikes, 23 for 33. A lot of Canadian fans have come down. It's a good 3 days for a lot of folks down here in Seattle. Weather is just what they dreamed up. Woodward today with a base hit, strikeout, looking, it'll fly out to right field. There's some division these Blue Jays are in with the Yankees, the Red Sox, Tampa Bay Rays, who have now more than established themselves. Bounce the ball up the middle, scoot around to his left. Just got him. Good hustle down the line by Woodward. A change here as we look at the pitching matchup for Friday. Jason Vargas, Vicente Padilla. Originally, Padilla was scheduled to pitch on Sunday. Mariners have not listed a pitcher for tomorrow as of yet. Anticipation could be Garrett Olson. There's Michael Saunders. Bloop bunt towards the second baseman Hill. Couldn't make the play. 1 for 3 day for the young man. Pitch inside. They've been working him hard inside. Hill scrambles, throws, got him. Aaron Hill, nice job and a well hit ball by Michael Saunders. It is time to tell it to the DA. 3-2 Mariners. Here comes David Aardsma. Mariners great Ken Griffey Jr. courtesy of FSN. For tickets, visit Mariners.com. Speaking of Jr., his 7th inning. 2-run bases loaded, double the margin right now. 3-2 Mariners with David Aardsma on for a lockdown for him. A He's got 24 saves, 1.68 ERA. Opponent's hitting just a .66. He'll earn it today going against Aaron Hill, Adam Lind, and Scott Rowland. 2-3-4 for Toronto. Jack Wilson is in uniform. There he is. He'll be on it, getting his hi, how are yous? Mike Sweeney, Russell Brandon. Jack Wilson will be wearing number 9 on your scorecard. Jeff Clement's old number. Swing and a miss. Pirates told Freddie Sanchez, the second baseman, that you stick around here at AT&T Park. 1-2 inside. It looks like he's going to be ticketed elsewhere probably within the next couple hours, if not, he hasn't already been dealt. I saw a note before the game. Here's a 2-2 pitch up high, that the Pirates have pretty much gotten rid of their opening day roster from a couple of years ago. The guys who started the 07 season, all those starters are gone. Get a chance to meet Ken Griffin. Smile for everybody. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Hill. Way upstairs, ball 4.
Majority of those pitches from Ardsma were all up in the zone. Looks like his velocity is fine. He's just going to find a way to get the ball back down. There you go. See those pitches to Hill, all of them up.
Ardsma's 27th walk. A lot of noise being generated now. The Blue Jay fans trying to get into it. There's a called strike to Adam Lind. He went deep his last time. A 2-run bomb center field. His 21st RBIs, 66 and 67. Ardsma back quickly, 0-2. Scott Rowland's on deck. Ball and 2 strikes. Ball and 2 strikes to Lind. Man aboard. Love that closer mentality. Boy, they come in pumped up, amped up. Let's go. Rock and roll.
It's tough sometimes to change what it is that you do, but Lind is the one guy in the lineup, I think, with the Blue Jays coming in that is the most dangerous. See if he keeps challenging with fastballs or maybe throw something else at him. Yeah, there it was. Looked like a split finger that he left up in the zone, just 85 miles an hour.
2-2. Mariners have not turned a double play today. Should be an opportune time to get one. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and down goes Lind.
We'll take a look at after a split that he missed, where he comes back with a pretty good fastball and just throws it right by Lind. He was really late on that fastball. That was a good one, 95 miles an hour.
The guys in the bullpen pride themselves. They have 5. That collection continues to grow. Mariner fans, there's your new helmet. This one with the horns. I'll find out who owns that one. They're dropping some serious coin, huh?
Things are heavy, too. Drop one of those on your toe.
Scott Rowland, 0 for 3. The 0-1 to Rowland from Martinsville. Down low for a ball, 1-1. All in a strike. Good pitch.
There you can see the splits, the high 95, low 85.
Missed the way. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ardsma, the third pitcher today for the Mariners. Ryan Rowland Smith threw no hit ball through 6 innings. Gave up a base hit and a 2-run homer in the 7th. Just stayed alive. Mariners welcome a new teammate, Jack Wilson. He got here within the last hour. Let's watch firsthand his new teammates trying to close out a series here. Freddie Sanchez got traded from Pittsburgh to San Francisco. 2-2. Freddie, the second baseman for the Pirates, as Ardsma goes 3-2 now. 9th inning in a 1-run ball game. On deck is Alex Rios. Rowland has had an outstanding series. The 3-2 from Ardsma. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 down.
Scott Rowland helped him out a little bit. Looked like 3-2 count. He knew he was going to get a fastball and started to swing a little bit early, trying to jump ship on Ardsma, but this one's up in the zone. Just throws it by him. Have to catch up to it that high in the zone. Right at the top of the strike zone, just out of it.
2 outs. Mariner fans on their feet here at Safeco Field. Mariners trying to get another rubber match. First pitch, Rios. Hanahan gloves, goes to second, ball game, case closed. The DA does it again. His 25th save. Mariners win it 3-2 on maybe the hottest day ever in Seattle. The Mariners now go to 11-3 in rubber games, and Ken Griffey Jr. comes up large in the 7th inning. A bases loaded 2-run double, and that gives the Mariners the extra run they needed after Jose Lopez got them on the board.